Part 2, Grouping of Plants, Features, Types and Classification. Welcome back, young explorers. Now that we've explored the amazing diversity of plants, let's dive deeper into how we can group them. Grouping plants helps us understand their similarities and differences, making it easier to study them. Ready? Let's get started. Shanmadidam. Imagine a huge forest with thousands of different plants. How do we make sense of them all? Well, grouping plants is the key. It helps us organize them based on shared. But how can we group plants? Well, there are many ways. We can group them by their height, the type of stem they have, or even whether they have flowers or not. Each of these categories helps us understand plants better. Let's start with the main groups of plants. First up, trees. Cut 2. Image of a large tree, like a mango tree with a thick, tall trunk and branches reaching high. Trees are large plants with tall, thick, hard and woody stems. Their branches grow high up in the air. A good example is the mango tree. Look at how strong and tall its trunk is, with branches reaching up into the sky. Cut 2. Image of a shrub, like a rose bush with branches growing closer to the ground. Next, we have shrubs. Shrubs are medium-sized plants with woody stems, but unlike trees, their branches grow close to the ground. A rose bush is a perfect example. It's smaller than a tree, but it has sturdy branches that spread out near the base. An herb, like a tomato plant, with a small, soft stem. Narrator, voiceover. Now let's look at herbs. Herbs are plants with short, soft green stems. They are usually small, like the tomato plant. These plants don't have the hard, woody stems like trees or shrubs. Climbers and creepers, like a pea plant and morning glory, creeping. Finally, we have climbers and creepers. Climbers have weak stems and need support to grow, while creepers spread along the ground. These plants are often seen climbing up fences or creeping along the earth, like peas or morning glories. Activity prompt. Group them based on what you see and share your observations with friends or family. This activity will help you better understand how we organize plants in nature. Now it's your turn. Go outside and see if you can spot trees, shrubs and herbs in your area. Take a closer look at their stems, leaves and sizes. Can you group the plants around you based on their features? Now, group them based on what you see and share your observations with friends or family. This activity will help you better understand how we organize plants in nature. Leaf venation and roots. Background. Close-up shots of leaves showing different vein patterns. As we continue exploring plants, let's focus on leaves and roots, two very important features that help us group plants. Image of a leaf with reticulate venation, net-like veins, such as hibiscus. First, let's talk about leaf venation. Venation is the pattern of veins in a leaf. Some leaves have reticulate venation, which means their veins form a net-like pattern. For example, hibiscus leaves show this pattern very clearly. Image of a leaf with parallel venation, such as banana leaves. On the other hand, some leaves have parallel venation, where the veins run parallel to each other. Banana leaves and grass leaves have this kind of venation. Cut 2. Image of taproot, mustard plant, and fibrous roots, grass. Now, let's look at roots. There are two types of root systems, taproots and fibrous roots. Taproots have one main thick root, like the one in mustard plants. Fibrous roots, like those in grasses, spread out with many thin roots instead of one main root. Dicot. Here's an interesting connection. Plants with reticulate venation usually have taproots, and plants with parallel venation usually have fibrous roots. This shows how leaves and roots are connected in nature. Seeds, monocots and dicots. Let's now look at seeds, another important feature for classifying plants. Seeds come in two types, dicots and monocots. Dicots, like chickpeas, have two cotyledons. Those are the seed leaves. Dicots usually have reticulate venation in their leaves and taproots. Monocots, on the other hand, have only one cotyledon. Maize and grass are examples of monocots. They typically have parallel venation in their leaves and fibrous roots. So, by looking at a seed, we can tell if it's a dicot or a monocot. Isn't that amazing? Dr. Raghu and the students discussing plant features standing in the garden. To recap, plants can be grouped by their stems, leaves, roots and seeds. Grouping plants helps us better understand their unique features and how they adapt to their environment. In our next video, we'll explore how we can group animals, just like we did with plants. How do we categorize them based on their features? Stay tuned to find out. Thank you for joining us in today's adventure of learning about plants. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.